At what point does expecting rent become exploitative? DL, doctor, partner and mother of my kids want me to pay rent to her. I'm happy to, just want to find out if that's the common thing, because it's not sitting right. Backstory: my partner, 36F, and I, 37 meters, have been together-ish for about 10 years, 2 kids together. We bought a house together 2 years ago, both of us on the title, but bought with almost exclusively her assets. Our relationship soured about a year later, and we separated, splitting our assets and putting the house entirely in her name. Since then I lived in a detached studio on the property, and I've been paying her rent. For the last few months we've more or less gotten back together. I'm about to move back to the main house and she's going to rent out the studio. On the topic of rent, she thinks I should still be paying her rent, albeit less than I was at the studio, in addition to my share of household costs. She posted the question to a mums group and they pretty much unanimously agreed. I'm not opposed to paying rent, but I was a bit surprised to hear people so overwhelmingly in agreement, because for me it seems a bit exploitative? Maybe that's the wrong word. I see rent as a capitalistic thing. You have a space, you rent that space to someone else and that temporarily becomes their space, and they give you money. I'm moving back up to a shared space. Yes, I have a place to live, but it's not my space. It's not a space that she could, realistically, rent to anyone else, so I'm not inconveniencing her financially by not paying rent. But her sentiment, which was shared by her mums group, is that I'd be paying rent if I was living elsewhere, so I should be paying it to her too. Like I said, I'm not opposed to paying rent, happy to pay it if people agree I'm way off base here. I'm just surprised that's a thing people do. Thoughts?